Alrighty, this podcast is, I guess, a real estate podcast at times because we're back with another Guess the House Price game. This time we're changing it up a bit. We're going to do a bit of Sydney versus Melbourne / Brisbane. You know, as we've already discussed on this podcast, Sydney is disgustingly overpriced. And everyone says, why don't you go look elsewhere? I found some prices for Melbourne and Brisbane. And I found the equivalent houses, you know, in terms of bedroom sizes, house sizes, a distance from the CBD in Sydney. And I want you guys to try and guess how much more Sydney is. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right. So the first one I've sent you boys, 4 photos. That is a little 1-bedroom apartment in Sydney, in the CBD on Bridge Street. So near the new Deloitte building. So the equivalent apartment, a bit bigger in Brisbane, 67 square meters, is 445,000.
Interesting.
So how much is it in Sydney for basically a smaller apartment?
Brisbane, 445, you said?
445.
That sounds outrageously cheap. 445,000 for a bedroom, 1 better in the city.
Yeah, a little lad pad.
Right for investment, I say. And get a couple of those bad boys, let it appreciate over value, maybe 10 years.
Sure.
The mogul.
Off you go.
The one thing I don't like about this Sydney one is that it has a laundry, a
In the
washer
bath.
and a dryer in the bathroom.
I love those.
What? No.
Right on
dude.
top of each other as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. No dramas with the actual stacking of the
Okay.
two. But I'm just saying, like, you know, if you go into the bathroom, it's a sacred space. You know, it's a
Yeah.
hallowed ground.
Yeah, yeah.
Do I really want to be doing my washing where the poo particles are floating as well? Not really.
You know, you close the washing machine door when you wash it, right?
Yeah, I understand how it works, but you take it out.
Also, 45 square meters, Rose. So they're going to have to put the washing machine somewhere. You know, have you seen in like the UK and stuff, they put the washing machine in the kitchen.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So would
That's
you rather the
egregious.
kitchen or the toilet?
No, the toilet, at least it's in the same family. You know what I mean?
Fam.
All
Same
right.
genus of appliance.
So what was it? Sam, 445?
In Brisbane, 445,000. How much is it in Sydney?
$1.4 million.
All right.
I've gone for 655,000.
Well, you've actually just gone $655.
Well, I mean, let's add the K there.
I have gone double the price, $990. No, it should be
Well-
$890. That's double. But I got $990. Don't worry about it.
Kush is actually the closest.
Really?
Sure.
725,000.
What housing crisis?
How do we get in on this?
Still 300,000 more than Brisbane
Yeah, that's still a
for
lot.
a smaller apartment.
But you're paying for a better location, I will say.
Ooh.
300,000 for a CBD location.
No, just Sydney. You know what I mean? Like, there's a premium you pay for living in the
That is true.
best state in the
That is
country.
true.
All right, next up, we have the Inner West. So this house I've sent you is in Rozelle. The equivalent house, 7 kilometers from the city of Melbourne, Hawthorne, is $1.2 million. How much is it in Sydney? 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, and about 100 square meters.
It's an interesting little paint on the door there. Green paint. Elevated property. So keep that in mind.
Does that add to the value?
Could actually
Decrease the value.
of
Oh,
the elevation.
really?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Melbourne, I feel they also throw houses are expensive there.
A similar crisis, one would say. A similar crisis.
Right, in Rozelle, lovely interchange.
Do you reckon the prices increase or decrease due to the new interchange that they've implemented, Ro?
I think it increases
Increase.
with the connectivity.
Ah.
So these are small houses, about 100 square meters, 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. That's it.
All right. I've gone 1.9 million. 92 million to be
All
exact.
right.
All right.
Bush.
I've gone 1.40 million.
All right. And Miguel.
I have gone similar to Kush, 1.3 million. I think it's very similar in price.
Kush again on the board, 1.57.
Yeah.
Wow.
The mogul strikes
The
again.
mogul strikes again. Wowee. All right. Kush is leading this 2-0. Next.
Playing for second row.
Bro, I am literally all over the shop here.
1.92. Bro, Mel, you said it yourself. Melbourne has a similar crisis.
I didn't say that. You both said that.
Okay.
Well, you didn't heed our advice, dude.
Man added $700,000 to it.
Nah, it's the interchange tax, dude.
Alrighty, next we're going a bit further away from the CBD. So I looked for nice family neighborhoods. I literally looked up best suburbs in Melbourne to raise a family, and they gave me Glen Waverley. So this house that you're looking at is the Sydney equivalent, which is Epping. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and about 600 square meters. In Glen Waverley, that house went for 1.8 million. How much is it in Sydney?
Sheesh.
Okay. This is a house that I would actually live in. Like, this is a beautiful.
Yeah, this is a
spot.
beautiful
marble top. You see that with the kitchen? Very nice. Very nice.
620 square meters.
It's good.
in Epping, right next to the station.
Yeah.
We'd hope.
Connect.
Near the station, near good schools.
Couple of buses, helping you out.
Nice leafy suburb, as they say. Somewhere you want to
Metro.
settle down.
Yeah.
Nice floorboards, big open spaces, decent sized backyard.
Is it close? Is Glen Waverley close to the CBD? Do you know?
It's equivalent, about 20 kilometers, the same as
Beautiful.
Epping.
Oh, okay. And you said he was how much?
1.8. All right, so I'm going to need some answers now.
What'd you go for? 3.6 million?
I've dialed it back in. $2.2 million.
Okay, that's nice.
All right.
I've dialed it just a little bit further back. 2.15 million is what I've
Oh.
gone
1.5,
for.
Miguel.
If you can see my whiteboard, I put $2.5 million.
Well done, Miguel. You're on the board.
Nice.
That one went for 2.88 million.
Whoa.
What the hell?
Hey.
Go to back row.
2.8 million. $1 million more.
$1 million more.
Been to Epping plenty of times. That's don't know about that price,
That
mate.
is. Whew.
This has rattled me to my core. I might. Okay.
Did you think you knew the market?
As in, no, I didn't know the market, but I was going so overs for the last two properties. And then you guys got in my ear whispering, where are you? Where are you? And I went, oh, okay, I'll be conservative. But I think out in the suburbs is where the disparity's at.
Yeah.
Maybe. That might be the go. Also, I'm not super confident on Sands equivalent Epping versus Glen Waverley. $1 million difference seems insane.
That is kind of tough. Yeah, 1 million.
You can blame the website I looked it up on.
Mm.
All right, next up, similar vibes. I looked up another suburban equivalent in Brisbane. So I looked up best place to raise a family in Brisbane. They gave me Victoria Point. So these houses are about 250 square meters, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. In Victoria Point, this house went for $635,000. How much is the Castle Hill equivalent?
Castle Hill.
So both these suburbs are about 30 kilometers away from the CBD of their respective cities.
3 bed, 2 bathroom, around 600 you said in Brisbane.
Correct.
600,000.
635.
Wow. Okay.
635.
Steel, one would say.
Yeah, that's a good
Mind you,
bargain.
like I said, 30 kilometers from the CBD. So it's
not close.
It's not
Not-
close. But again, it's a nice suburb to raise a family in. Pretty safe, it says.
We are talking about the hills here, though. The metros come out,
It's a booming area in terms
It's
of
an industry that's
real
really
estate.
growing.
All right,
infrastructure.
Miguel, we'll start with you.
I've gone approximately triple the price in $1.8 million.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Bro.
I've gone triple the price and some with $2.1 million.
And then finally, Kush.
I've gone the lowest here, $1.4 million.
Oh, man, you're finding a $1.4 million house in Castle Hill. I would
You're
love to see
cheering.
it. I would love to see that.
Well, you would absolutely love to see it. It's 1.499.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dude, maybe Sydney's not as bad as we thought. Maybe it's not as bad.
Yeah, that's rattled me again now.
It's
How
the
did you know
hills, though.
that?
He was at Ray White earlier. While he was late to the recording, he was window shopping.
That's really confusing me because, like, I've got friends who live in Castle Hill.
I think it's just the type of house, bro. So it's
It
like
looked a bit older.
Yeah, this one did look a bit older.
But it's still more than double the price.
But it was
no?
only 250 square meters. So
that
it's
too. The
small.
land, man. Land's big.
Land was
Think
small.
the land value.
Okay, because now, maybe I'll look at the land rather. What is a good size?
Well, the one before 600 was solid.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
very solid.
Anything over 500 is a decent bit of land.
You can build that. You can build a nice little 4-bedder on a 350 to 450.
Okay, right. Okay, noted.
Dude,
250
they're
is
just
a
throwing
bit-
numbers at me.
No idea. This is shocking me.
I could be talking about the i9 14th generation CPU, and you'd still say yeah.
All right. Final round. This time I've gone as far away as you could go. So the absolute sticks of both Sydney and Melbourne. So the 2 suburbs I found equivalent were Penrith and Werribee. Both as far as you can be. And both up and coming suburbs, apparently, where the housing market is starting to get a bit red hot. These houses are 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and about 600 square meters. So there you
Okay.
go.
Okay,
All right.
okay. What range did they say that was? Good, very good range.
Very good.
Ah.
Big house.
It's decent.
All right. So 600 square. And Werribee, this house was $675,000.
They got a new beach.
Yeah. Bondi.
It's true. It's true.
Bondi.
They're building a new snow center. Anyone see that in Penrith?
I'm sure there's a bit of snow out there.
It's the
Like an
third
indoor-
city
lot of
that's coming
snow
up in
out
Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indoor skiing center, which is fantastic.
Don't they also have the indoor skydiving?
What
True.
a beautiful
Aqua golf as well.
So what a venue that is.
You
Okay.
got Panthers RSL.
Exactly. Got the Panthers
Panthers
themselves.
Leagues Club. You got the Nepean River.
You got 5 guys.
You got 5 guys, exactly.
How far is Penrith?
Mount Druitt is just a stone's throw away.
The greatest suburb of all time.
How far is Penrith away from the city?
Penrith is 57 kilometers
There you
away
go.
from the Sydney CBD.
Basically the Blue Mountains at that point.
Mm.
And you said the last one was
So the Werribee house went for 675,000.
Okay. Big house in Penrith.
Think about Epping, bro.
I've thought about it long
I
and
don't want to
hard.
think any more about it, bro.
I've got
All
an
right.
answer.
Let's start with the man to my right here.
Okay. I've gone $1.1 million.
Okay.
Okay. I'm in the ballpark with Kush, so I'm happy. 920.
All right.
I've gone a flat $1 million.
We're all very
this is
similar.
actually probably the best round we've had.
Yeah.
You're all very close, but Ro, well done. On the board. $952,000
Nice.
Well done.
to live 57 kilometers away from the Sydney CBD.
Yeah, cool. Almost $1 million.
Dude, this is crazy.
All right, so in the end, Kush, I think
Yeah.
you cleaned up 3
I
points.
think so as well.
Ro got one finally, and Miguel, you got one as well.
That's right, Ro. We got a point.
I'll take that.
Against a mogul, what can we do?